Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om.
Hey everyone, so happy you can join us for the Love Everyone podcast.
With your hosts, Govind Das and Rama Chandra Das.
A conversation of love, devotion, and walking the path of Bhakti Yoga.
Jai Hanuman. Welcome everybody to the Love Everyone podcast. This is episode 26. And my name is Rama Chandra Das.
Jai Hanuman, dear friends. My name is Govind Das. So wonderful to be back in the Love Everyone podcast. It's been a while, brother.
Absolutely. I'm feeling a little rusty. I hope we remember how to podcast, how to do podcast.
Well, this is the Love Everyone podcast. So what to do? Just to be loved, to be together in love. That's
yeah. You know, it's funny because it's been so long since we've recorded one of these podcasts, you know. So on one level, I feel like, oh man, I miss my brother Das and our podcast, you know. But at the same time, it's been a pretty blessed time in terms of how much time we got to hang out in.
Oh, that's right.
In IRL. I'm working with the lingo.
IRL. What is IRL?
You don't know what IRL means?
I don't know.
No, it's a new one like people put on their texts and things like that.
IRL. What is that?
In real life.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Because the Zoom world
IRL.
it all came out in the last couple of years. I started seeing people like would be texting or like a WhatsApp group or something like that. And the IRL. And I'm like, that's like LOL, but I don't know what it means. And they said the exact same thing. I said, what does that mean? That you don't know what IRL means?
There should be a dictionary.
I'm sure there's somebody's
the New World Post-COVID Dictionary.
But the problem is, though, is it changes so fast.
Yeah. I always ask my daughter. She always knows what all these.
Yeah, what, your 10-year-old daughter?
Yeah. Boy, am I old now. I'm an old guy. We're old guys.
We're old guys.
When did I feel that when we were in Bali together?
Oh, my God. I was literally somewhere and I was chatting with this young guy or whatever. And I don't know, I found myself like doing that old guy thing, that we're just like talking about something that obviously this kid does not care about at all, like something my dad would have done or something that would have driven me crazy.
Funny. I don't feel like an old guy.
I know, but then I
look like old guys. That's the thing. People see us as the old guy.
I know. And I said, oh yeah, I'm sorry to be that crazy old guy or whatever. And he just was like, it's okay. He didn't say like, oh, you're not old.
Yeah, it's okay. You're the old guy.
It's like, it's okay.
You're the old guy.
Yeah, we're just the old guys. But you know what? I mean, I just feel grateful to have made it this far, honestly, because when I was young, I felt like I had such a, I don't know, such a not a death wish or anything, but I just lived such a crazy life, and
I feel that I was so reckless. Just so reckless with my life.
Yeah.
Putting whatever substances into my body, not sleeping, eating absolute crap.
Yeah.
And God Vishnu still sustained us.
I know.
Right.
I know. It's amazing. I mean, I drank too much one night and ran my car into a tree, but here I am.
I don't know if we ever heard that story.
Well, that was a long time ago.
This one lifetime. How many chapters we can go through in this one lifetime?
So many.
But it says something about like when you don't have, I guess that old saying, ignorance is bliss. When you don't have that kind of consciousness of really how fragile it all truly is, on some level, there's just a deep faith that you're always going to get taken care of. And you can just be reckless and do things that we would never do now and just trust that it's going to be okay.
Well, yeah, there's that. I certainly didn't have any of that faith. I was just blindly, blazing through my life, But what's interesting though is that on the flip side, just recently, and I think I might have mentioned to you this in conversation, but not here on the podcast, just been kind of really overwhelmed with just the reality of my mortality.
Mm, yeah.
Just like, wow, man. I mean, just even like having the moments where like I was looking just this morning before we started our sadhana, I like to start the music so it ends perfectly. I've got this like, high production value mindset that, so I do the pre-show music. And so I sit there. Sometimes I'm like, I'll wait the last 15 seconds or something and then push the button right at the right time. But even as those 15 seconds were going by this morning, I was like, am I wasting some of my precious seconds by just because it's like you have this amount of time, and like every sunset, it means one less sunset.
Mm, mm.
Every breath, one less breath. Even that 15 seconds, I was like, wow, this is 15 seconds that I'm just kind of like waiting for this thing. But could I be using these 15 seconds in a better way? Isn't that
Well,
crazy?
I really think that's spiritual awakening, brother. I think that realization of what the preciousness of each moment is. And, that's why when we were kids, though, or, young adults and just wasting our time, whatever we were doing, not focused on the main thing. And our parents were like, trying to show us you're off course, you're wasting your life. I don't know, at least my parents, I think, seem to tell me that a lot. And I couldn't hear that,
Uh-huh.
I couldn't understand what they were saying
Yeah.
because that realization of how precious this is and how short this life is, truly how it flies by. We were just 17 and now we're in our mid to upper 50s, right? Like crazy how quick it goes by.
Oh my
And
God.
then by the time we know it, I mean, think about it, a couple decades from now, and we're approaching 80.
You think you're an old man now?
Yeah.
Well, but guess what? That couple decades, that does not feel that far away because when like I was just going through some photos recently, looking for some pictures of something, and I just scrolling through my phone or whatever, and I was like, and I found some moment that feels like yesterday. And I was like, that was a decade ago.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago. That moment that is like I said, feels like yesterday. All of this stuff has happened in that 10 years, but yet it's like a blink of an eye.
This thing called time. I believe in Sanskrit it's called kala.
Kala.
And it is just the strangest thing to meditate on. Like I just have no conception of it. It's like it moves, but our perspective of it, depending on where we're looking at it from, it moves in different tempos. Sometimes it seems to move faster, sometimes it seems to move slower,
Mm.
but it just eats everything.
It
It
does.
just eats everything up, no matter what it is.
That's like
Time.
when Krishna says, "I am time. I
Yeah.
am a consumer of all," or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what to do, man? You just gotta flow. You just gotta jump in the river of time.
Woo, well, you don't got to jump in any river of time. The river of time takes you no matter whether you jump in it or not. So
No matter what.
you might as well just relax, I guess. But
Yeah.
woo, I don't know. It's just been really powerful awareness lately for me. So
I go in and out of that myself. I think I told you on the flight to Bali, I had that same thing. And
yeah,
I
maybe we
was just
talked about it.
crying. I just was crying for like an hour, just thinking about how quickly it's all gone.
Mm.
And just looking at pictures of my kids, looking at pictures of me on my phone, like, 20 years ago.
Mm.
And here I am, I got a white beard now. Like, oh my gosh, how did this all happen?
I don't know.
But that mortality thing, we think it's all so real.
Yeah.
We think what we're doing even right now, we think it's going to be forever.
Well, but especially even when we were younger and we were doing all those reckless things, that was what I was thinking of as you were talking about that. Is like that there was no awareness of mortality. Like it was that we thought it felt like it was going to last forever. It felt like, at least for me, that there was, I mean, I thought maybe there would be some kind of, you know, dramatic situation where I, might perish in that way, but I didn't ever think about it from just like the idea of getting to be an old man.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
I'm looking at you and you don't look like an old man, bro. You look so young and youthful and full of life. So
well,
whatever we're thinking, I see a little guy. Oh,
well, oh, thank you. But I mean, and I don't see your white beard. I just see your glowing eyes and just
uh,
all that, all that joy and celebration. I mean, I think that, people say, how do you do it? And I tell them about the creams that I use. No, I just always say clean living, Bhakti Yoga,
that's it.
chanting the names, you
That's
know.
it.
We,
We were yesterday, you weren't with us in the sadhana, but the sadhu line, I think really hit something for me so deep and just how the sadhus, this is what the focus of a sadhu is just on not what's passing, not the passing phenomena of life. And the passing phenomena of life is this body, right? The passing phenomena of life is all of our thoughts and all of our stuff. So they choose to live so simply that they can just be completely immersed in the
mm,
consciousness of that which is eternal, so they don't get snagged by the maya of what is just temporal.
yeah.
And I think that's like the essence of yoga. We forget that right there. That's the foundation of all sort of Vedic wisdom. That truth of the eternalness of consciousness itself.
You know, just to dovetail back on the conversation about aging, too, is like, how many ancient sadhus have you met with like that, with the childlike wonder in their eyes? Their body is 100 years old, but they just, the smile and the light coming from their eyes and the youthfulness and the willingness to giggle and be joyful, and it's amazing. I mean, even Vanamali, I really noticed that in too. She's 80 or 80 plus at this point, but like her eyes, her body, sure, it's aging and doing its thing, but the light behind her eyes is still so bright.
Mm.
And that's that mirror is just so polished and clear that the truth of who they are is coming out, and that's ageless, right? As what you were
Yeah,
just
that's
saying.
aegis. And
That's
I think
eternal.
that comes out when you meditate on the temporariness
Mm,
of this.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Woo. Well, the good news
Just
is
diving right back in,
the good
episode
news.
26.
The good news is the good news is it's happening to all of us simultaneously.
Yeah.
Because we have. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, but our whole culture is born on trying to not look
Oh,
at that truth.
oh,
That truth, we're going to just put up as much of a shield in our vision so we don't have to look at that.
oh.
What is that?
I don't know, man. It's crazy. This like the obsession with youth, you know?
We're going to put on as many creams
Oh, the
and get as
lotions and
many lotions and facelifts and, whatever it is.
drink as many tonics as we possibly
But
can.
maybe the truest elixir is actually looking at that.
Well, the truest elixir, I think, is the Rama Rasayana that Tulsidas talks about. It's the bhakti, it's the devotion, it's the love. Just celebrating that love. That's because what else is there? That's the only thing that's real. Like you sing in your song, your Om Namah Shivaya song. Love is the only thing that's real.
Mm.
I don't know, man. This is
Ah,
this is a great topic, but we probably shouldn't go too
let's
far down this road. But anyway,
Ah,
so I guess the message is right is just appreciate every moment.
yeah.
Appreciate every moment because it's slipping through our fingers like sand through an hourglass, and uh, we never look back on life and say, "Oh, I wish I had." You know, built one more castle. But we look back at our life and we say, oh, I wish I had shared a little more love. Wish I had appreciated and been a little more grateful for what I had.
Mm.
Things like that.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so why don't we do some opening prayers?
Let's do it, brother. Let's begin. As we always love to start or open the gates into the formality of this practice and podcast, just with invoking the presence of Guru, the consciousness, the eternal consciousness of love and wisdom and truth and Dharma. So we'll chant some lines from the Guru Stotram and repeat the English. Om Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha.
Salutations to the Guru who revealed to me the supreme truth, which is unfragmented, infinite, timeless divinity, and which pervades the entire universe.
Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha.
Salutations to the Guru who opened my eyes, which had been blinded by the darkness of ignorance, by applying the divine ointment of self knowledge.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha.
Guru is the creator, sustainer, and the destroyer. Guru is directly the supreme spirit, both manifest reality and the absolute. My reverential salutations to the glorious Guru who resides in the hearts of all beings as the true self.
Hari Om Bolo Shri Sadgurudev Bhagwan Ki
Jai.
Shri Baba Neem Karoli Santa Maharaj Ki.
Jai. All right. So let's look at another line in the Hanuman Chalisa. So this is how we like to open up the conversation, is by opening the door to the Hanuman Chalisa. And we're going to look at line 23, 21, 22,
26?
23.
23, 20, that's right. I thought
Yeah, we're going to
episode 26.
episode 26, line 23. We could have lined that up a little better, I guess. We had to get those dohas in
Those
there.
dohas always take us out of alignment, but
You
put
can-
us into alignment.
That's right. We can't forget the dohas. Okay, so this is Chopai number 23, and the Avadi is apanateja samharo ape tinon loka hankaten kampe. And it means you alone can withstand your own splendor, and the three worlds tremble at your roar. Jai Hanuman. All right, brother
Jai Sri
Govindas.
Ram.
Why don't you share a little bit about this? Get this conversation rolling.
Ah, only you can withstand your own splendor. I just, what I get this, the that Hanuman is not just limited to his monkey form, his Vanara form. When we see the images of Hanuman as this monkey, this cute, beautiful monkey, that we can have a relationship because he's got this form. We understand, you know, as humans, how to relate to things through name and form. But this, I think, opens up our potential vision to Hanuman's vast light nature, that he is just pure light, and his light is so bright that it illuminates the three worlds, as we've already heard. He, we talk about this all the time in our sadhanas, that it's we take a look at the Bhagavad Gita when Krishna in chapter 11 reveals his form to Arjuna. And the image is that Krishna's true form, it's as bright as 10,000 suns. Imagine that, like looking at 10, we can hardly look at one sun directly. But 10, think of, no, not five of those suns would blind us. 10 of those, 100 of those suns, 1,000 of those suns, how bright. We could not withstand it. Only Hanuman himself has that capacity to withstand that kind of brightness. And I think it's just revealing his his big nature. I don't want to say true nature, because the other aspect of his true nature is in this Vanara form, where he's incarnated to serve Lord Ram. But that bright, that illumination that we just could not even potentially face, because it would just burn us away.
Mm.
And then I love the second part, because it reminds me his roar, the worlds tremble, the three worlds tremble like an earthquake, shake if Hanuman roars. As I'm looking at this picture of this lion right behind you on your wall,
Oh yeah.
like the imagine the roar of a lion, how frightening that would be. But
Uh,
Hanuman's roar, three worlds tremble. I always think about, every so often I find myself in places that have thunderstorms.
mm.
And even in Bali last week, we had a couple thunderstorms. And my parents live in Florida. There's terrible thunderstorms. I grew up in Maryland, terrible thunderstorms where the earth would feel like it would shake. And it would make me want to be like my dog and run underneath the bed and just hide, because it was so damn scary. You
Mm.
felt the power, how powerful Mother is. And not only does this realm tremble, but the celestial realms and the underworld realms tremble when Hanuman roars. So I think it's on some level like Arjuna was frightened
Mm.
to see Lord Krishna's true nature. And it's frightening to think about how powerful Hanuman is. He can do anything. And on some level, I think it connects back to the previous verse,
Yeah, dude, I do
you
too. I was
know.
gonna say that. Yeah.
Sabasuka lahe tumari shara tumarakshaka kahu kodara. What is there to fear when you're protected by Hanuman? Nothing. And then on the next line, it's kind of, it bridges us to that the ghosts and goblins could never come near
Hmm.
with a being this powerful.
Yeah.
So these are some opening remarks. Anything arise
Yeah. Well,
us
just,
to begin?
yeah, I was thinking about the previous line, and the connection of just being, you know, like when Tulsidas says to us, "Hey, that if Hanuman's protecting you, then you're not going to know any fear," and it's like that maybe that part of your mind that questions about, oh, well, Hanuman, this little monkey's going to protect me, and he says, well, he's not just any little monkey. He's so much more. He's the 10,000 suns, and his roar shakes the three worlds. So it's kind of like a little, it's almost like it's almost like a listing of his credits or something.
Mhm.
It's like, well, in case, or it's like his resume, in case you were worried that taking refuge in Hanuman wouldn't suffice, just so you know that he is so. And this one, I love using this word, and you've heard me use this word before, but this one always makes me think of how Hanuman, how splendiferous.
Splendiferous.
Splendiferous. How splendiferous Hanuman is. Because what I love about that word is that it actually is a real word, but it also is, it's a splendiferous word, right? Like it's fun to say, even. Everybody try it. Splendiferous.
Splendiferous. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it makes me just think how big Hanuman is.
Yeah, you just can't. You just need a word as with as many syllables as the splendiferous has in it. Just to even begin to understand. And I love what you were saying too about just, Hanuman. I think Tulsidas is bringing Hanuman into this like supreme level here. He's talked about how powerful he was. We know that he's from Shiva's incarnation, and he's the son of the wind and all that kind of stuff. But he's really, because these are qualities of basically like God qualities.
Mm.
And this is like to have the light of 10,000 suns. This is like, as you said, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. This is like, you know, um, this is like something so vast and so indescribable and so glorious that and so unlimited, you know, um, that it's just like you have to be in awe.
Mm.
Do you know? You have to be, and I think that's that. We heard, of course, that there's that translation of Bikita Rupa in awesome guys,
Mhm.
but that it's not a guise even. Hanuman just is awesome. He can create a feeling of awe, and so yeah, he's that cute cuddly monkey that we can hang out with and have on our altar and feel that sweet kind of prem, that sweet love with and everything. But he's also this awesome, awesome elemental being that is just so much beyond that for him. And this is just makes it easier to love Hanuman even more, I think.
Mhm.
Do you know? Um, so yeah, there's just a great line. Just makes me happy. I just would love to like just bask in the glow.
I think that word awe is really a good way to
Oh,
describe
mhm.
awe, that awesomeness, like that sitting like in total awe with your jaw dropped, like wow. But I got that image. Do you ever, when you're driving in India and you see a car riding in front of you and they have this image on the back of Hanuman and he looks so mean and ferocious,
Yeah. The one that's kind of like it's like just black and
like
orange.
black and orange. Yes,
Mm.
exactly.
Yeah, I love
And
that
like
one. Like it's almost like a
he's
gangster or
he's
something.
such a bad dude, man. And then I was thinking about in Bali, the images of Hanuman are
Ooh.
scary,
Hmm.
scary, scary, scary images. Like I don't even like looking at those
I know,
images
I know.
because I want my Hanuman to be cute. Like I love my cute Hanuman.
Me too.
But and that was like Krishna, that was like Arjuna. Like I don't know, just come back and be my friend. I just
Be
want to
my
have, be
be my cousin, be my
my
friend.
buddy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And but Hanuman is that fierce and powerful and awesome and terrible, right? They even describe Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita as like terrible,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Terrible
This horror.
against that which is non-dharmic, of course.
And that's the thing. And that's why, when we tie it with that line before, it's like we don't have to be afraid of that roar or of that, fierceness that Hanuman has, because he just uses that to protect us.
Yeah.
He just uses that to now, if we start living demonic lives,
Mhm.
then we should be worried. We should get worried about Hanuman, because Hanuman's coming for us. As we know, he's the destroyer of demons. So
This word that's coming up, he's terrifying.
he's terrifying.
He's terrifying. He will put terror into your mind if if he's coming for you, forget it. Drop and run the opposite direction.
This would be a great line to remember. Like if you find yourself slipping towards demonic behavior, could be like try to hear that roar, or visualize that demon or that frightening, terrifying Balinese Hanuman, coming for you.
Those images are so scary. His,
Really are. Have you seen the Sugriva right on the main street in Ubud?
yeah, I believe so.
There's right. Sugriva is like a corner, and then there's a big statue right there near the Sayuri um, restaurant.
Restaurant.
I
Yeah.
think it's on that same corner. But anyway, yeah, there's that great. And I did love that great that Kumbhakarna was
Oh,
great
that was awesome.
at the Uluwatu temple, man.
So awesome. Oh,
Anyway, but that
a whole
fear.
different imagery, right?
Yeah,
Iconography, I guess,
yeah, yeah,
if in Bali versus India
yeah,
of the
yeah.
gods.
Well, which is really interesting though, too, because the Balinese people are so sweet,
Yeah,
aren't they?
they're
Remember that
so
that,
sweet.
that trip to the water temple, man? I cannot stop thinking about that the guide that we had,
Oh,
and
so
the
sweet.
the beautiful wisdom that he shared with us,
Mm.
and just how much a part of like being loving and being sweet, like how much a part of their culture it is. It's not just like because they're eating fresh fruit and they're in Bali, you know what I mean? They're actually being conscious about it.
The Dharma, the Hindu Dharma has penetrated into the cells of their being.
Yeah, it's really almost more than India in some ways,
In some ways, it definitely has. I mean, India has it as well too, but India seems like it's moving fast to try to be like the West and just drop it, on in some levels, not certainly not everywhere,
Yeah.
in the big cities, but Bali doesn't have that. They're
I
they're
feel like
they're holding on to their precious spiritual culture and philosophy.
and even their ancient culture, there's very few countries, because you go to Hawaii and the whole Polynesian thing, you can just go get that at the tourist place for 5 minutes, but it's pretty much gone. Like it's been wiped out. And so Tahiti and places like that,
Excuse me.
and so many places all over the world. But wow, Bali, they are really holding on to that culture,
Mm.
and like even once a week, did you notice at the place we were staying that once a week on Thursdays they have to wear their Balinese proper attire?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like just to Like they don't want to make it go a whole week without forgetting who they are and where they come from. And I think that's really special.
Yeah, and how our guide, I mean, he said those three things that we are
Yeah.
so important is our relationship with Mother Earth, our relationship with each other, and our relationship with God.
Yeah.
I mean, that like really almost like is the sum total of all spirituality right
Yeah,
there.
it is. I mean, it is
It's so
that
simple,
intersection. I mean,
right?
that it's the cross. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful. And then I also loved his three don'ts, which
Oh,
I've
it's three
actually
don'ts.
written on the fridge. I like them so much. Don't compare. That's the first one. Don't compare it. Boy, that's a tough one. I mean, the three don'ts, by the way, are really hard. The three don'ts are don't compare, don't worry. That's just got that like don't worry, be happy, which is such an island vibe, right? Don't worry. And then the last one was don't hate.
Well, that don't worry is there's such a deep spiritual teaching in that. Like,
Yeah.
don't worry is the only way you can not worry is that you have faith that you're in God's hands, you know.
Right. Of
Right? That's
course.
so deep.
Yeah, and also remember that you're more than your that you're not even really your body, that's
Yeah.
just a temporary thing, because all the worries are about like, oh, I'm not going to pay my rent, that's a material thing. Oh, my worry
Yeah.
is, oh, my wife's going to leave me, oh, that's a material thing. Oh, my something's going to happen to my kids or my dog, or these are all material things that we have zero control over.
We have zero control over, and they are the play of the phenomenal world. And these things, although we certainly don't ask for them or want them, they're the mystery of the unknown. And there
That's
will
it.
always be difficult things that come, whether it's, our wives leaving us. Who knows? You think our wives are gonna leave?
No, I was just making an example. I hope not.
Maybe they would be smart if they did. Two schlubs like us.
Oh man, we'd be screwed if they did too, because we're just old men.
I couldn't even feed myself.
Your wife cooks for you. That's nice.
Oh, she cooks every day, every meal. She's incredible.
Not mine. Not mine.
Don't compare. Don't
Don't
compare.
compare. Rule number one. Rule number one. Don't compare. That's right. Don't compare. But that's a tough one, especially in today's world, man, with the social media and everything. You're just like, you just start to like feel like you're resting in not comparing. Boom, open your phone. You're like, ah.
It's like it's built to make us compare.
I know.
Look at
Anyway,
what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Look at what, oh, I'm not doing anything.
yeah, yeah, and and you'll say that I'll be sitting on a beach in Bali,
And you're
and I'm
comparing.
comparing myself to somebody and thinking they got it better than me.
And then I'm on the beach in Bali and looking at the guys that are all jacked with
Oh my
beautiful
god.
tattoos and muscles, and I'm like looking at my big fat belly.
Get my flabby white belly.
You're, just when you think you got it, you made it to Bali, you're on the beach. The water is so beautiful, and I can't even enjoy it because I'm comparing
Just look at
myself.
that guy.
Look at that. Uh,
Oh boy,
don't
yeah.
compare.
Don't
Isn't that a
compare.
great rule number one?
Don't compare. Don't worry, and don't hate. So that's perfect, because this is the Love Everyone podcast.
Yeah.
And that's really the goal, because I think that the just that staying in that love space, right? And not letting ourselves get into the why are you laughing?
It's, it sounds so easy the way you're
Oh,
saying
oh yeah,
it.
yeah,
Just get in the love
just get in the love
space.
space, bro, man.
But it's
Oh,
like almost not cool, when people hear like just get in the love space, man. Just
uh,
like our modern world is like so apprehensive of that. And like that's not the cool way to be anymore, just to be in the love space.
yeah. Well, and actually, we're being encouraged to hate.
Yeah, well, this is the culture of hate. I
It is.
really
I mean, the
believe.
divisiveness from like from the politicians to the news to the newspapers to everywhere you go, there's somebody hating on somebody, and there's even people who just say, "Oh, there's always going to be haters." There's like there's phrases about it. It's just like, haters be hating,
Yeah.
and this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And it's like, it's one of these things. And this is a thing that I've been really tripping on lately. And it's kind of been, it's a trigger. It's a trigger for me is when people say stuff like, well, that's just the way it is. And people say,
Yeah.
oh, war is human nature. They just say, and it's just like, and it's such bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. For one, I don't believe that that's even true, that it's human nature, but I also believe that we are creating our consciousness and we're co-creating our existence and everything. And if we say that, if we say things like that, then they're just basically self-fulfilling prophecies. But we have control. We have more ownership of our experience than to say something like, oh, there's no, we can never escape wars because that's just human nature. And I believe that human nature is actually cooperation and love, and that it's an anomaly, and it's a dharma is sneaking in because it's just trying to take away our power. But when people say stuff like that, you know and even when not to go down the AI train either, but when people say, oh well, AI is here to stay, which yes, sure, that's a logical thing to say, so just get with it. you know it's that same mentality of like, there's nothing you can do about it, so just accept it and move forward. And I think that that's, sure, we can say that about time. I think we can say that we know that we're going to die, but there's very few things in this world, I think, that human beings don't have some say in. And I feel like, so this has been triggering me lately when people say stuff like war, just accept it. I'm just not willing to accept war. Now I may go to my grave and there'll still be wars going on,
Mm.
but that doesn't mean that I need to accept in my consciousness that there's no, as otherwise that means, so you're saying peace is not possible.
Mm.
That to me is what you're saying. And if that's what you're saying, then you know um then why are we even talking about it?
Mm.
Why are we praying about it? Why are we, sometimes when I sing Loka at the end of a kirtan, I say, listen, let's just for the next 5 minutes try to visualize that peace is possible. Let go of all the mental garbage that tells you that war is inevitable, and that you just and tell you, and what the news tells you, and what the politicians are telling you. Just for 5 minutes, just hold that vision of like, hey, peace is possible. And because without that kind of consciousness, we're never going to get there.
Mm.
So anyway, thank you for
Yeah.
letting me process my my trigger. Does that bring up anything for you, what I was
Oh
saying?
gosh, I mean, I have so much going on in my mind just as you're talking about that, but I don't know if you all even want to hear it. I almost feel like let's just move on, to be
Okay.
honest with you. I
Okay.
mean, I think the one thing is that, um, you know, that look, Pete, the outer is just the reflection of the inner. I mean,
Oh,
that's
thank you.
just the way it is. It's just whatever we're seeing on the outside is the collective manifestation of what's happening collectively on the inside. And I mean, I guess until we all wake up to that truth that peace is possible, because I have faith in that and I believe in that, and that's what I hold dear to my heart. And I'm trying to live that way in my life. I'm not certainly always good at it and fail miserably at it, but it's my attempt. But until I guess it's just a matter of numbers, really,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's what this age, why this age is so powerful, because there are so many people that are really intentionally, sincerely trying to wake up and live in peace. And so I think, I think we're all doing our best, and yeah, and here we are,
Here we
and here
are.
we
Yeah.
are,
So I
and
love what, Ram Dass always reminds us of, is that the best thing you can do for the world is to work on yourself. And to relate it just to what we're talking about with peace, is that's this idea of how can we imagine peace when if our internal life is so chaotic. And just to what you were saying about, as within is what we reveal outside. And so it just makes me more and more and more, gives me more confidence to stay on the path, and keep working on myself, because I know that I'm a long way away from feeling like peace, you know, like
yeah,
full-time peace in my heart. You know what I mean? I have moments, but of course I also have all kinds of chaos and stuff that goes on in my own consciousness. And so, but if how can we imagine world peace if we're all full of, you know,
yeah, war within ourselves, conflict, violence. I certainly feel that within my own inner violence towards myself, and
that's it, right?
but
And
we just got to keep
yeah.
just doing our best, and just being the love vibe, man. Just being the love vibe.
Just be the love vibe,
Just
man.
be in the love vibe, man. Let's just be
What's your
cool.
problem, man?
Just
Just
be
be in the love.
cool, man. Just be in the love
Just be
vibe.
cool. Be in the love vibe. Hey,
That's
man.
what
I
I'm.
mean,
That's what I'm going for, man.
I,
That sounds
me
good.
too. Listen, listen. What?
We
In
we
the love.
complicate things so much. We just need to be in the love vibe.
It's true, and we're joking,
But it's so
but it's
simple.
but it's but it's actually real, man.
I know. Be in the love vibe,
I mean,
man.
it sounds just like Matthew McConaughey
I
smoking a
know.
joint, in a movie from the 70s,
But
but
it's so true.
it's so true, man.
It's so
Just be
true.
in the love vibe. Don't
Just
be
be in the
hating.
love vibe. Just
Don't,
be in the
rule
love
number
vibe.
3, don't hate.
Don't hate. Don't
Just be in the
worry.
love vibe. We'll put that on the end of rule 3.
Don't compare.
That's actually, don't compare, don't worry, and don't hate.
And,
Just be in
and
the
be in
love
the
vibe.
love.
Or no, how do you do that? Just be in the love vibe,
Be
man.
in the love. Oh my gosh.
You
It's
like
just,
that? You
I
like
like
that?
that. I love it. I think, then our wives like, what's wrong with you? You're just so mellow now. Why aren't you?
I'm just in the
Just,
love
no,
vibe.
just be in the love
Oh, you don't have
vibe.
to be mellow. That's the thing. You don't have to be mellow. Love vibe doesn't have to be mellow,
It
bro.
doesn't have to, but it kind of
You
is.
go, I, next time your wife gets anxious or angsty with you or whatever, right? You can just be like, "Hey, honey, what? What? Just be in the love vibe,
Just be in
babe."
the
See how that goes. See,
I can already tell you how it's going
yeah,
to
I know. It's almost like the worst thing you could
It
possibly
is
say.
the worst. It's the worst. But hey, if you're in the love vibe, then that's all right, you know? It's all
Why
right.
aren't you getting mad at me yelling at you? Because I'm in the love vibe, baby.
It's all good, man.
It's all good.
It's all
Oh
good.
man,
I
I'm
think
gonna
there he
really
should have
try to.
have a line in one of his songs. It's all good. I think he does.
Oh well, yeah, because he does that whole mangala da 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 mangala, and where he repeats over and over and over, and that
Yeah,
just
yeah,
means basically it's all good.
yeah. But
So
I
then
think he has some English in
he
there.
does, and
That
then he
it's all
sings the
good.
English part, which is it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good. Which
That
which
was
is
so
crazy.
cool for a while, but people are so fed up with that because it's
Yeah,
not
because
all
it's
good.
not all good. And
Hate people.
well, we're
All
here
right,
trying to love
bro.
everybody. Let's move on to the hit of the day. What do
Let's
you
take a
say?
hit. We haven't taken, dude, I haven't
Whoa!
taken a hit with you in a while. We got to take a hit
Well,
today.
not formally here on the podcast.
Right. Well, we got to do it
We've
on the
actually we've
podcast.
been together IRL, and that it's a pop quiz. Does everybody remember what does that mean
In real life.
in real life? We always have to get some lingo in or some kind of new age phraseology or something because we're trying to keep people current. We're trying to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
help all the
Young.
other old guys like us out there who need to be kept abreast of things. But so, by the
All
way,
right.
what are
Let's
you
take a
talking
hit.
about?
A
Taking a hit?
hit of LSD, man. It's
A
right
hit
on
of
you. It's right on
LSD.
your shirt you're wearing, dude.
Oh,
LSD. Love,
love,
service, and
service, and
devotion.
devotion.
It's
That's
a
right.
hit. We take a hit by reading, not something we internally ingest like a chemical or something, but we call it the
Oh, so okay, good. So
OG.
we're not taking drugs.
Not, well, drugs, whatever you want. Maybe we are taking an intoxicant on some level, but it's
Hmm.
it's wisdom, it's devotion, it's love, it's
Totally in
the
the love
real
vibe.
thing,
Sorry.
man. It's real thing.
It's the real thing.
It's the real
OGLSD.
the OGLSD.
You
And
cannot
so we're going to read a
OD.
quote today from Ram Dass.
Ah,
And this one came in an email that he sends out every morning. But I love this one. And it's it's a it's a paragraph, so just, maybe even close your eyes. Not if you're driving, but take it in, take it in. He says, "It is the balance of the head and the heart. With your head, you are awed by the exquisiteness of the laws of the universe. With your heart, you are bleeding from the horror of the suffering that you are seeing. You end up doing what you can do to relieve the suffering and at the same time never forgetting the perfection. Meaning, never get caught in the drama of polarities, of good and evil, of suffering and happiness, of dark and light. Yet you play in that field perfectly." Oof, there's a
hmm.
lot there, man.
Woo, there's a lot.
A
That's
lot
more
in
than a
there.
hit.
Yeah, that's
That
wow. That's what they call a hero's dose. That's
that
what.
is a major hero's dose. Oh my gosh.
That's a big
Hmm.
one. Yeah, go for it, man. What do you
Well,
think about
I
this?
mean, I this one really is. I felt like this was a timely dose, too. Just given our conversation and given just given the escalation of more and more war in the world and I struggle with this all the time because I've always been you know um I don't know if empathetic is the right word or just I've just always felt a lot of um internal pain around witnessing external pain, witnessing people suffering. And um, I mean, I'm the guy that like a good movie about some people suffering, and I'm just weeping in the aisles. you know.
Mm.
Um, and but I think what Ram Dass says here is really important, is that we can't get mired in that darkness, you know, and and we have to find that way to balance ourselves. And I love how he uses the mind here, actually, is, you know, because a lot of times in yoga and even in bhakti yoga, you know, it's all about the heart, it's all about the heart, it's all about the heart, you know. And that the mind even sometimes just kind of has this feeling of like could be an obstacle, right? But like um but maybe this reminds me too of that line from Bhagavad Gita where he says, you know, our willpower can be our best friend and it can be our worst enemy. Is that in this case that we can, you know, use our mind to revel in the awesomeness and the revel in the beauty and revel in the exquisiteness of life, and balance that with the heartbreak that we feel. And yeah, because I'm always looking for, you know, tools to help me to stay out of, you know, despair, because I think it's really easy. And I feel like you see a lot of people, I think a lot of people are, you know, are the way that they deal with it is very differently. It's not through, you know, balancing it with the reveling in the exquisiteness. It's, you know, it's like drugs or alcohol or just, you know, some kind of addiction or some kind of just numbing themselves, you know, because um you know, I think like uh there has to be some sort of like, I don't know, like survive, that the survival instinct kicks in, right? When our heart is breaking to the point that we can't even operate in the world, then we have to do something, you know? And and so like we can't just spend our whole day focused on the dark, but we certainly could, given the news and given like the things that are being presented to us constantly in the media and um, from our politicians. And but so I love this, you know, like I can even just like um I can use my mind even to say, hey, I'm gonna go watch the sunset today, you know. This is our new trip, is we've been trying to go to the sunset every day since we got back from Bali, you know. So
Mm.
we don't often have sunsets here in Seattle. There's a lack of sunsets, you know. And but it's been nice the last few days. And so because there were so many beautiful sunsets in Bali, and I just realized how sweet that is to take that moment and to watch the sunset and be awed by the beauty of it. So I don't know, just that's just something that's come up for me. What about you? What is it?
Oh gosh, you know, Ram Dass he is the first person that I ever heard speak about this balance between the head and the heart, um and the mind is a great instrument and a great tool that we have to use. And of course, we know the heart is a great instrument and tool. And to find that balance between the two seems like true harmony within ourselves. Um, there's a couple things that really got me in this. And he says, never forgetting the perfection.
Mm,
And I love that. You know, a center part of my own personal sadhana is trying to never forget the perfection, even amidst the things that look the way I don't want them to look, even whether that's inside or outside.
yeah.
And as Maharaji gave Ramdas the teaching, don't Ramdas, don't you see it's all perfect?
Mm,
And then the other, at the end, he says, you know, don't get caught in the drama of polarities of good and evil, you know, suffering and happiness, dark and light. Like, cultivate equanimity, right? Cultivate, and this is something the Buddhist tradition talks about so much, this path of equanimity and balance. And, I did a few of those, Goenka 10-day silent meditation retreats quite a few years ago, a couple decades ago, where you sit basically for 10 days straight, and you just, observe the sensations in your body, and you practice equanimity. You practice not grabbing onto them and not pushing them away. And that's what his sort of definition of equanimity is that midpoint between attachment and aversion, right? Grabbing on and pushing away. And I think it's in that place of equanimity that you don't get caught in the drama of polarities.
Mm.
Because even as Bhagavad Gita talks about, the world, the world is the dance of polarity, of dark and light, of whatever is up can go down, whatever is dark can be light, suffering, happiness. But he finishes, and yet you play in that field perfectly.
Mm.
And I think the only way you can play in that field of, of experiencing the dark and light of the world is by cultivating that sense of equanimity where you're not trying to push away one and grab on to the other. And this man, there is so much in that's like every single
Mm.
line in this. I'm going to just read it one more time.
Okay.
It is the balance of the head and the heart. With your head, you are awed by the exquisiteness of the laws of the universe. With your heart, you're bleeding from the horror of the suffering you are seeing. Right? Like, just like there's so much suffering,
Mm.
but it's like knowing it's all perfect allows you to not just completely fall apart at the same time. You end up doing what you can do to relieve the suffering, right? Take action. You have to. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And at the same time, never forget the perfection.
Mm.
Meaning it never get caught up in the drama of polarities, good and evil, suffering and happiness, dark and light. And yet you play in the field perfectly.
Mm.
Gosh, I feel like we could
Yeah,
spend our
I
whole
and
lives trying to figure this one
I
out.
loved what you, well, yeah, this is a dance I think we're gonna have to continue for the whole episode here. And when I say episode, I mean the episode of our life.
Yeah.
But the I love what you said about, how uh finding that you said something about the balance of like seeing that darkness, whether that's external or internal, and remembering that everything is perfect. And I love that. What that brought up for me is to even see the darkness in me as perfect. Wow.
Mm.
Right, that even that darkness, like, this is when we talk, you love to say this all the time, and it's been said so many different ways by different teachers, that that the world is happening for us, like that what the things that are happening aren't happening to us, but they're happening for us. So you can, if you shift that to like not just external things, but even the thoughts that I'm having, the experience that I'm having inside, the suffering that I'm going through in my own consciousness, in my own heart, that if that is also part of it, that darkness that I experience is perfect. It's exactly what my soul needs to do its work here
Mm.
in this plane. Isn't that's
Mm.
crazy? And again, you said you could do what you do to relieve the suffering. Okay, so in the external world, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. But in the internal world, I do my sadhana. I do my meditation. I sing my kirtan. I do whatever I can. I listen to spiritual podcasts. I do whatever I can do to relieve that suffering. But I also can't forget that even that internal suffering, this is what's blowing my mind. Like the external part I saw completely when you first read it, but then you mentioned the internal part and it just blew my mind. I was like, oh wow, even that's perfect.
Mm.
Oh
And yet to be able to embrace whether it's our darkness or the external darkness, whether, to just fully go into it
yeah.
and allow it to be just perfect as it is. It takes that having that sense of equanimity. Just, I was going to say, to know that it's not going to kill you. It just is, or crush you, I think is a better word.
Yeah, because it may kill you.
And it may kill you and it may crush you. And that's okay as well, too. That's a part of it. If it does, that's a part of the perfection of it all.
Oh, everything's perfect, Ram Dass. That's one of hardest, the hardest Neem Karoli Baba teachings ever. I love it. But
And then
wow.
the other thing that's really tripping me at this point is the good, the do okay, we have the duality, the good and the evil.
Mm,
But don't get attached to even the good. Don't get attached to, as he says in this quote right here, even the light
yeah.
or even the happiness.
I find
Because
that more dangerous sometimes,
yeah,
the attachment from an attachment point of view.
because you can't cling to any of it,
Yeah.
right? You just got to keep letting it
Oh.
flow because it's all a part of time. Kala,
Woo!
the river of time that's just eating everything up.
Chomp, chomp, chomp,
As this has
chomp.
been
Hey, this
an
is supposed to be
hour,
inspirational.
but
It
it's
is. Hey, listen, we can't ignore this. We can't even talk about spiritual concepts and ignore the temporariness of our lives
and the darkness.
and the
Right? The
darkness.
darkness and the suffering, which, our sugar pop culture, we don't want to look at. But this is
Do
the
you
other
do
side of it.
do you do shadow work?
Shadow work's great. I think I have done some shadow work, and
Have
shadow
you?
work is very powerful
Yeah.
because I think what it does in exposing the shadow, it will also expose the light. But what is the shadow? It's just going into your darkness, It's going into your anger, fear, worry, doubt,
Yeah.
self hatred, all of
Yeah,
the
I think
stuff that's
anytime we do self-examination on something dark that's going through us, we're doing shadow work.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it just reveals another spot that we need to shine some light on.
that's it, brother.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, man. Well, I think there was a lot in here, and the hits are just working on us, and we just keep
My God.
meditating on them. But I think for me, what I'm going to take out of this is cultivate equanimity,
Mm,
right? Know that it's all perfect and try to be impeccable at your game, right?
yeah.
Ram Dass always said that, impeccable. Like, wow, which means just conscious through it all. And
Yeah.
God knows I'm not, but
Yeah.
I'm just going to just keep attempting.
Yeah. I like the image of just dancing in the mud or dancing on the beautiful meadow or dancing in the pig poop or yeah, I mean just keep dancing. Just keep dancing.
Hmm.
You know, I love how playful Ram Dass is, and his teachings.
Mm,
There's such an
mm.
element of playfulness to them. It's always a dance or a play. He uses
Yeah.
those words very, very well.
Yes, he
Very
does.
frequently, just to remind us to like keep it light, man. Stay in the love vibe.
Stay in the love vibe, keep it light. But gotta
Yeah,
look at the darkness as well. Do the shadow work as well.
absolutely. But I think you can do the shadow work and you can stay in the love vibe,
Yeah, you certainly can.
right? That's the balance,
Certainly
right?
can.
It's like even like that loving, the part of the shadow work is like love your shadow,
Love your shadow.
you
I
know?
think that's ultimately what heals the shadow.
That's right. Because
Yeah.
the shadows are usually just feeling unloved and unnoticed and unappreciated, and if we just keep locking them down, then they just grow.
Mm.
But we shine a little light and we say, hey, you know what? I love you, you scared little teenager who doesn't think he's good. You scared little teenager who doesn't think he's good at anything and doesn't think girls
Yeah.
like him. I love you too.
That's that's what heals
Yeah.
the shadow.
Is it love? Is it all just love?
It's just all love.
It's all
It's just
love.
all love.
We do complicate it. We do overcomplicate.
It's just all love. It's
All
that
right.
simple. Be in the love vibe.
Well, thanks everybody for being
No,
here.
it can't be that simple. Yes, I
Yes,
think
it
it can
is.
be that simple.
Don't be such a hater. Be in
Just
the
like choose to keep it simple.
choose love. That's right. Choose to keep it simple. That's it too. Man, that's what I was getting at. We have so much more ownership and sovereignty over our life than we give ourselves credit. Everything is woe is me. And we just have so much, we just have so much more creative energy to use towards making the life that we want to make.
Mm.
Ah,
Jai Hanuman.
Jai Sitaram, Jai
It's
Sitaram. All right, everybody, we're gonna just offer some closing prayers here, and I was just about to say to everyone, thank you for being here again on the Love Everyone podcast, where we just hang in the love vibe, and we do the best that we can to do that. And all right, so I'll just take a deep breath and just soak in all these hits of LSD, all the love and service and devotion. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.
May all beings, including ourselves, be happy, be well, and be free from suffering. May all of our thoughts, words, and actions in some way contribute to that happiness, that well-being, and that freedom from suffering for all, including ourselves, including ourselves, including ourselves.
Love everyone, serve everyone, feed everyone, and remember God.
Bolo Shri Satgurudev Bhagwan ki.
Jai.
Shri Baba Neem Karoli Santa Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman, Jai Jai Lakshman ki.
Jai.
Thank you so much, everybody. Another episode of the Love Everyone podcast. Thank you, brother. Love you so much.
Love you
What a
too. It's
joy
great to be
together.
back together for another episode. Hopefully, it won't be so long before the next one.
No, definitely not. Please share it with a friend, everybody. Anyone you think may enjoy this Love Everyone podcast. Send them
And click all those subscribe buttons and share it on your social media. And let's get that love vibe out into the world, everybody.
Jai Hanuman.
Jai Sitaram.
Jai Jai Ram.